Today, I'm going to answer one of the biggest questions that we get. And that question is, what do I sell on the internet? How do I develop my own product? What if I don't want to develop a product of my own? How do I contact manufacturers or distributors? Or where the heck do I even begin? Now, finding a product to sell is something that you probably don't really need to worry about at this point. I'm going to show you that there are lots of ways to make money online, and today I want to give you new ways to think about what you can offer your customers online. The first model I'm going to look at is services. For everybody offering a service, you really need to have a website online. Now, I put services first because I'm not going to cover the service business in detail. Most service providers already know what their niche market they serve is, and a lot of the marketing that you do is local in nature. So if you're a service provider putting your business online, you can go to Module 12, Lesson 4 for the specific techniques. Meanwhile, I'd like you to stick around here because I'm going to show you some ways that you can add products to your website. And these products can be selling while you're working or even when you're sleeping. The next model I want to examine is physical products, and this can be broken down into two concepts: developing and selling your own physical products or selling other people's physical products. Now, physical products is what most people think of when they think of selling online. And again, there's these two types of physical products that you can sell, and they're not mutually exclusive from each other. Now let's look at some of the pros of selling your own products. Right off the bat, one of the pros of selling your own product is a higher profit margin. If you're selling your own product, the profit will end up in your pocket, and you're not just earning a commission, say, as you would if you were an affiliate, or taking a small percentage as you would if you were a dropshipper. So this is very important to understand, that when you do have your own product, all of the profit is yours. Now, the second pro we think about when we're selling a product is really unlimited sales potential. Unlike a service, which I didn't really cover in a lot of detail, but it's pretty obvious. If you're a plumber, you can only work so many hours in a day. You can only service so many clients when you're selling a service. But when you're selling a physical product, it's virtually unlimited. Over a given period of time, there's really no limit to how much product you can sell. The only limitations truly are your available inventory, your ability to process those orders, and your ability to effectively market. The other thing I want to look at is that you have absolute control over your business. When you sell your own product, you're in complete control. You're not just building someone else's business. You have the final say on all decisions and provide the level of service you want to give to your customers. So everything that your company represents is completely under your control. When we look at maybe some of the other business models, such as the affiliate or dropshipping, you are dependent on other people to what kind of service levels they could give and how well they treat your customers. Now, as you'd expect, there are some cons to selling your own products. First con would be increased costs. Them to be considerably higher than, say, with other online products. And these costs would include development, manufacturing, fulfillment, delivery, duty. Another con that you might want to look at is legal obligations. The world of legal matters is very complex and varies from country to country and region to region. Now, the necessity of dealing with these complex legal issues is another reason why I'm trying to dissuade people who are new to conducting a business on the internet from developing and selling their own products. The next con I want to look at is legal obligations. The necessity of dealing with complex legal issues is another reason why I try to dissuade people who are new to conducting business on the internet from developing and selling their own products. And you need to start considering things like liability, health and safety, patents, and environmental issues. Now, another con is the entire business process. If you're starting to make your own product and you don't have that product yet, you need to consider both the operational and logistical complications, everything from manufacturing and shipping to duty to the entire back end. Now, part of this business process is a long development cycle. Instead of starting an income stream within days or weeks like you would with an affiliate program, it can take months or even years before you can generate income with your own physical product. Now, if you already have a physical product, that's a little bit different. Then you're going to want to learn the keyword research process up front right away. It's a very important process. And you're going to be able to apply this keyword research to all aspects of your business. You need to think about what are all the ways that people might be searching for the solutions to what your product can solve. And it's the most important thing that you can learn is this keyword research. Even if you already know who your niche market is, you still need to understand what are the keywords that they use, what are the problems that they're trying to solve online. Once you have this keyword research in hand, it'll become much easier for you to write your sales copy or to develop your pay-per-click ads. You're going to learn by these keywords what ways you're going to build your website, what keywords you're going to target to attract quality traffic, and all of the words and phrases that you need to use to sell to these visitors that you're trying to collect online. Now, if you stick around later in the webinar, I'm going to show you a keyword research demonstration that's going to help you get through this process. If you want to sell other people's products, there's going to be two main ways that you can do that. Now, if you want to sell other people's products, there's going to be two main ways that you can do that. And that is from buying from a wholesaler or from a manufacturer or using a dropshipper. Now, one unique approach you can use is approach a wholesaler or a manufacturer yourself. Quite often, they're more than willing to sell you stock that you can take from them. This allows you to manage your own inventory, market the products on your website, take the orders, pack them up, ship them, and then deal with any complaints or returns that you might have. Now, we don't recommend this for someone who's starting a new online business from scratch, because there's two distinct learning curves here: internet marketing and then the skill of fulfillment, which might be, again, a little bit more complex than at first blush. But definitely, if you're fairly comfortable with the internet marketing process, we've had some great stories of clients who have found manufacturers or wholesalers that have sold really innovative, unique products, weren't really offering them as a drop shipper, but were more than willing to entertain the concept of selling to you wholesale so that you can go and promote those products online. Now, the second way to sell other people's products is through drop shipping. Obviously, with drop shipping, there's far less involvement from you with a drop shipper. The great thing about when you're using a dropshipper is that you can make the sale on your website, you charge the customer, and you forward the purchase information to the dropshipper. The dropshipper is then responsible for filling the order. The dropshipper then bills you for that order at an amount less than what you charge the customer, and your profit is obviously the difference between what the dropshipper charges you and what you charge the customer. Let's look at the pros of dropshipping. To get a dropshipping business set up is usually quite affordable. There might be sometimes some upfront charges for establishing your identity as a business. Perhaps they might require you to do some graphic design or business cards, website, that sort of thing. So for some dropshippers, they're going to charge a small upfront maintenance fee for them setting up your account. Another advantage of using a dropshipper is quite often it's quick to get your business started. You can do all of your keyword research online and get selling as fast as you can get a website up and start driving traffic to that website. Again, there's no development. You're not worried about legal implications. All you need to do is find the dropshipper, get signed up with them, and then just start displaying those products on your website. Now, another great feature about using a dropshipper is flexibility. You can sell products you might not be able to afford if you were to buy the inventory up front. You can source interesting combinations of products for specific niche markets. And I'll give you a few examples of that. If you were going to be selling, say, pianos or maybe something expensive like slate pool tables that are very heavy and very expensive, it might not be practical for you as a starting out business person to really stock those products and be able to afford to keep those products in inventory. So a really nice feature about using drop shippers is that flexibility. And then finally, another pro of using a dropshipper is it's easy to maintain. Once you get it set up, all you have to concentrate on is getting your traffic to your website and make sure your visitors are buying. Again, with the fulfillment being taken care of, a lot of the heavy lifting is done for you. And this really allows you, the great thing about dropshipping is it really allows you to focus on the marketing more than the actual fulfillment. I've seen this happen before where people get bogged down, they get a lot of orders, and there's just a lot of time consumed by fulfilling these orders, picking them, shipping them, creating the labels, dealing with all the courier fees, and all that kind of stuff. So those are some great reasons that we might want to consider dropshipping. Dropshipping, of course, has its own set of cons. And one of those cons is complex setup. It's easy to maintain, but getting set up can be sometimes complicated. Now, the hard part of this is researching reputable dropshippers and finding the right products for your niche. And you also need to learn about establishing the order process and the fulfillment process. You need to understand how that relationship is going to be working between you and the dropshipper. Now, another con of this is limited profit margin. You're becoming basically a middleman, so you're going to have to share the profits of sales with the dropshippers. Limited control over customer service. Now, one problem that we've seen with customers in the past is that maybe the dropshipper is out of inventory, or perhaps they're slow to ship. Then you're going to have to deal with the complaints that your customers are going to be generating from that. So when you're looking for a dropshipper, you might want to look for things, do they offer a way for you to check inventory to ensure that product's in there before you go ahead and actually go through the ordering process, only to find out that product may be on back order for a month or two. Competition. If you're selling commodities like all the other sites out there selling the same commodities, you're going to have to find ways to make your site stand out. Now, quite often, a lot of products that are sold with dropshippers tend to be everyday common types of items. Now, lots of dropshippers might even have inventory of millions of products. So this isn't totally exclusive and isn't always true, but quite often a lot of the popular products that people want to sell are being sold by many other people trying to do the exact same thing as you. So when you're looking at this dropshipping model, if there's something unique that you can sell that maybe hasn't really gained a lot of popular acceptance yet, or is maybe a new market that is emerging, that'd be something that you want to think of and try and stay away. If your gut says this is a commodity type of product that's readily available at your local, pharmacy or your local grocery store, your local Walmart, that kind of thing, you're probably going to have a tough time competing with those commodity type items. And finally, scams. There are lots of big promises out there that tell you about how you can make a fast fortune in dropshipping. And the people making those promises are the ones making the money. So those are some of the points that you need to be aware of when we're talking about dropshipping cons. Now, when it comes to dropshipping resources, we recommend two dropshipping directories. That's Doba and Worldwide Brands. These are two very reputable, very well-known dropshipping companies. And you're going to find links to these and other sources of legitimate dropshippers in Module 2, Lesson 2. Now, a unique approach you might want to take, and an approach that works really well if you want to set yourself apart from the rest of the herd, is you can try it without using one of these directories and get a product that nobody else is selling. You can sometimes work directly with a manufacturer or a distributor and get them to drop ship for you, even if they haven't done it before. Now, it takes a little bit of work on your part, but it's a way of selling a unique product, and we've worked with clients in the past who have done exactly this. These manufacturers or these distributors might already have the entire logistics and the fulfillment system down. So it just requires a bit of creative marketing on your part to get that agreement going with them. But I think it's a really wonderful technique or a wonderful idea to be thinking about how you can possibly be one of the first persons to really help push or develop a new or emerging product that not everybody knows about. Now, a great way you can do this is ask the manufacturer of the product to recommend a distributor that does dropshipping. You can also simply ask the manufacturer of the product to recommend a distributor that does dropshipping. Most manufacturers have established relationships with at least a couple of distributors, and they should have no problems putting you in touch with one of them. Now, I want to talk about some of the dropshipping scam alerts that you want to worry about. And one of the scams that I've seen quite often is people selling cheap lists of dropshippers. Basically, they're trying to provide you lists of dropshippers who offer prices cheaper than anybody else. You should never have to pay for a list of dropshippers. And another business that you want to stay away from, or another dropshipping scam you want to be aware of, is companies that offer all-in-one online store selling their products exclusively. Quite often what they'll do is they will be much like a drop shipper, but what they'll have is for each one of the people that signs up underneath their program, they'll make a special little storefront for them. And so everybody that signs up has their own storefront, but really what you have happening is thousands of people all selling on behalf of that drop shipper. The problem with this too is when they offer you the website, quite often you really can't manipulate or control the website to your liking. So that's typically one I want to stay away from if I'm starting out online first. And just some ideas that keep your head up and look out for this kind of stuff if you do see it. Now, that last scam example sometimes could almost be related as multi-level marketing. Quite often with a lot of multi-level marketing products out there, what they're going to do is they are only going to allow you to sell your product via their website. So again, what they'll do is they'll create a page for you, and then you can send traffic to that page, but you cannot modify that page quite often, and you don't have control over that page. All you get is a page that's dedicated for you to be able to sell these products. Now, you really want to stay away from some of those models, and maybe I'll just describe to you how multi-level marketing is different than dropshipping. With dropshipping, you get to choose what you want to sell. You choose the distributors that you want to represent, and you're not required to recruit downline distributors. And you get to control how you market the products. And this, again, is a really big problem with a lot of multi-level marketing. I'm not against multi-level marketing per se, but I have seen some real problems come from multi-level marketing. And again, it's because a lot of the companies or the merchants that are representing these multi-level marketing companies, they do not allow you to control the pages that you create. They don't allow you the content that goes on that page. All you get is that single page. And so that really creates a lot of problems trying to sell online. Now, where I do like multi-level marketing is offline. If you have a large network of friends, families, you throw lots of parties, multi-level marketing works really well in those kind of circles. It can work online, but I've more often than not seen it fraught with problems. So I've seen more bad examples or more people fail within our multi-level marketing than I have seen succeed from multi-level marketing. So let's recap some of the physical products here. So whether you're selling your own physical products or other people's products, it's important to be unique. Find the niche markets that want the product and laser target your marketing to them. Again, find out what people want and give them that exact solution. The next model I want to cover is affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing is a business model that's probably unique only to the internet, and your objective with internet marketing is to get people to click through to a link to somebody else's site and take an action. And that action might be signing up for a free insurance quote, or the action might be simply as getting them to land on that merchant's website, or the action might be getting them to actually make a sale. And those are the three types of payment methods that we can discuss. So let's look at these three payment methods that I was just talking about. So as an affiliate, you can earn a commission in one of three ways or all of these ways. The first one is pay-per-click, and this is where you're paid for each visitor that you send. So your only objective at this point is just to get people to click that link, follow through, and land on the merchant's website. If your visitors will do that from your website, you will get paid for each person that you send. The next one is per lead. And what's happening here is that you're paid for each registration or sign up. So let's say you write a blog about different types of insurance, or your insurance story, you're buying home insurance. Maybe you did a lot of research on that. You could then join an affiliate program and say, here's three different insurance programs that you can choose from. Here's the pros and cons of each one of them. Now, if you can get somebody to click on one of those links that you created and get them to fill out the registration form at the insurance or the merchant's website, even though they didn't buy anything, this could be like a free quote for insurance, for example. Even if they don't buy anything, as long as they successfully fill out the registration form, you will then get paid for that lead. Now, sometimes these leads can be quite lucrative. If you're doing a life insurance, or you manage to sell a lot of life insurance leads, you can get anywhere from $20, $30, $40, $50, $60, $70 for these leads. Now, if it's something a little bit more mundane or a little less expensive, like car insurance, you might only get a couple of bucks for a quote. So it's going to depend on the insurance company, the type of insurance, and it's not just limited to, of course, insurance. That was just one good example that I could think of off the top of my head. So the next payment format is per sale, and this is where you're paid for each sale. Now, if you're selling or representing people who are selling information products, say you're an affiliate for some kind of informational product, maybe this informational product is an ebook that maybe is selling for $100, it's not uncommon for the merchant to pay the affiliate being you, up to 75% of that commission, because there is so much profit inside electronic products like ebooks, the merchants are willing to pay. I've seen up to 75%, and that is not uncommon. Now, if you're selling physical products for, say, Amazon.com or some big online retailer where you're selling commodity items, particularly something like computers, you might only get 1 or 2% commission. This is just because the profit margins are so low in those products that it's difficult for the merchant to pay you anything more than that. And the nice thing about all these affiliate program payment formats is that you can look at all of the different merchants that have these affiliate programs, compare yourself, look at each one of these programs and see what one suits you best, which one pays the best commission, which one has the best payment schedule. These are all different things that you can look at, but it's a great setup. I really am a fan of the affiliate payment model. Now, as an affiliate, you're going to need traffic, and you're probably going to need a lot of traffic. Now, how do we generate traffic being an affiliate? One of the first things that comes to my mind is a content-rich website that is attracting a niche market. If you can put together a website that has lots of free information for your niche market, your visitors will come to trust your recommendations and click through. Now, myself, I have done this before. I'm an avid hiking fan, and I wanted to sort of cover some of my expenses that I incurred through hiking. So what I did was I made sure I bought all of my products through a merchant that had an affiliate program, and every time I bought one of those products, I would write a review about it. And what ended up happening was people would start coming to my website, looking at the other products that I liked, and I gave straightforward, honest answers because I wanted the people that came to my website to trust my recommendations. And then what started happening was people would start coming back time and time again because I was creating this content-rich information that was unique and very useful for people. And so this was a great way for me to subsidize some of my hiking costs. I could pay for my backpacks, my shoes, or at least part of it and write it off as well. Another way to generate traffic is through mailouts that you might generate through your opt-in list. Now, you should know an opt-in list is where you create a special offer on your website, and what you ask for is the user's name and their email address. In exchange, you give them something useful. Now, as you develop your website over time, people come to trust and like your content. They're quite likely to opt into your opt-in form and get into your mailing list. So as you're reviewing new products or offering new products that you think are fantastic that your user list can use, you can then give them an update via email, or perhaps if you get to be really reputable affiliate, you might even be able to get special deals worked out with your merchant. Now, you can also put affiliate links in ebooks, and this is another great way to generate traffic. Maybe your opt-in form, I was using the hiking example there. I could have easily put together a hiking guide that maybe covered the 10 essentials of hiking, the 10 items that you need to take with you while you're hiking. This free ebook, I would give them in exchange for that email address. Now, what I could do is inside my 10 essentials hiking guide, I could put in affiliate links. Number one is, have a compass. Well, here's an affiliate link to that compass. Number two, you should have yourself a whistle. Again, another affiliate link going to there. That way I'm generating money from as many options as possible. I'm trying to generate from the original traffic that came to my content-rich website. I'm also generating traffic from the mailouts that I had or my subscriber list by sending them information in the email. And then I'm also doing it with things like ebooks or other downloadables. Again, where I offer them something for their free in exchange for their email address, I'm again including those affiliate links. Now, of course, you don't want to overdo it. You don't want to bombard your audience. But these are all the different unique ways that you can think about how you can drive traffic as an affiliate. Now, another way to go about this, and it's not really so much an affiliate program, but it's having ads on your website. And a good example of this is AdSense. So again, I have my hiking website. I could write a review about a pair of sneakers. At the bottom of that review, I could have a link to the merchant, but I could also include AdSense ads, which come from the Google AdWords programs. And then Google will also pay me for those ads being displayed on my website. Just yet one more way I can monetize the traffic that's coming to my website as an affiliate. So let's look at some of the affiliate marketing pros. Number one is ease to get started. Simply put, with no product to develop, it's easy. In fact, it's probably the easiest way to get an income stream established. And not only that, it is fast. Once you've researched the affiliates that make sense within your niche, it really only takes a few minutes to set up an affiliate relationship. And I can't say this about any other model. I don't think there is any other model that is as easy to set up. Now, generating money is a different story. You still need to get traffic. Getting that traffic is going to take time. But from a development point of view, or the amount of resources you need to invest to get this payment system going where you're driving traffic and you're getting paid for that, no other model is as easy to set up as the affiliate program. Next point we need to look at is that the affiliate is completely automated. There is nothing you need to do as an affiliate once the website's up and you have your affiliate links on your website. All you need is for clients to click on that link, and then the merchant takes care of everything else. So this ease of use and automation really boils down to minimum involvement. Once your website is up, you can get away with spending very little time working on the site. So as an affiliate, this all boils down to minimal involvement, and you can get away with spending very little time working on a site that features an affiliate program and still earn an income. Now, of course, there is legwork to get traffic to your website, but once the site is running, it can easily live without you for some time and keep making money. The affiliate model does require that you invest time into it, but it does not have to be every day. And it is really the only model that I would call truly passive. When you set up an affiliate program, you don't have to limit yourself to a single affiliate program. If you don't like the merchant that you're dealing with, there are lots of merchants that you can swap it out for. When I was doing my camping website, if I didn't like the merchant I was working with, and maybe they weren't treating my customers right, maybe their ordering form wasn't working properly, no problem. All I need to do is just change that affiliate link to another merchant's, and now I'm sending that traffic to that new merchant's website. And you can also sign up for several merchants. When I was selling shoes, for example, I would buy a pair of shoes and I would give people, here's 5 different places that you can get them from. This one's American, this one's Canadian, maybe this one's for British people. There's all kinds of people that want to buy from all kinds of merchants for all kinds of reasons, but you can certainly sell more than one product, that's for sure. Now, of course, affiliate marketing, as all of the models we talked about, has its own cons. Number one con, or one of the large ones out there, is lack of control. As with any model where you don't produce your own product or service, you lack control, and this is particularly true with customer service. You never really have that contact with the customers who effectively aren't your customers. Really, you're just a middleman being an affiliate. Hopefully you can provide them some valuable free content, but once they click away from your website, you've pretty much lost that relationship from them. Now, this also ties into the fact that you're sending people away from your website. So this is another downside of the affiliate program, is that you're actually helping someone else build their website or build their business rather than your own. So if you have your own products or services to sell, you want them to stay on your website and not go to someone else's. So we need to think about that if we sell our own products and offer affiliate links. And we can mix and match all of these models on website if we wanted to. But we need to be just strategic in how we do that and make sure that we're not hurting ourselves and that we're helping ourselves. Now, the final point I want to look at is affiliate marketing requires a good understanding of internet marketing. Cutthroat competition from internet marketing pros will often use black hat methods. There are lots of very skilled, very savvy webmasters out there that follow the affiliate marketing model. What attracts them to the affiliate model is the low investment of time. Now, again, they have to spend a lot of time generating that traffic, but they don't have to spend a lot of time dealing with the product. And quite often, affiliate markets do attract very sophisticated webmasters. For a first-time beginner, I'm not sure I would recommend an affiliate program. I would if it was a very unique product in a very focused, very small niche market where you are for sure in a niche market and you're not dealing with commodities. Then it would be appropriate for a first-time user. If you're going to be selling commodity-type items, I would rather see people do that, through an ebook, for example. Again, if I had the rose gardening ebook, I might say rely on my revenue through the ebook, but then I could also supplement it through the affiliate program where I might offer links in my blog or links in my ebook where I get paid an affiliate's commission. This way I'm not relying on the affiliate as my only sole form of income, but I'm subsidizing or supplementing my income with that. So there's just some points to think about quite often, I'll say this again, quite often affiliate internet marketing is quite cutthroat. So if you don't have a clear understanding of internet marketing and you're looking for an affiliate income as a way to replace your income, especially if you're new to internet marketing, that is probably not how you want to do it. Certainly a safe place to dabble. The only thing you have to lose is time as an affiliate, so it's certainly one of the safest models to play and dabble with, but I wouldn't be banking on it to replace your income, particularly if you're first time or you're very new to internet marketing. If you have pretty good internet marketing skills, then I would say an affiliate program is totally appropriate. So how do you get started with affiliate marketing? Well, again, as with everything that we've talked about, you're going to want to concentrate on a small niche market based on your interest and credibility. And again, choose a topic in which you're passionate or interested in creating a website around that theme. And then select affiliate products or services that closely fit the theme of your website and blend them into the site using text links. If possible, write about the products from first-hand knowledge so you become a respected, credible source of reliable information. And the advantage is in that you will enjoy running your business much more like a fascinating hobby than a job per se. And so for me, again, the hiking website, I really enjoyed it. It's something I'm passionate about. It was very easy to write content for. It's quite often too difficult to keep the motivation up for a topic you really don't like or are not interested in. Now, of course, when you're dealing with something that you know well or experience with, there's less of a learning curve, and it's easier for you to create that content that will attract your niche audience. Remember, we talked about a good affiliate website needs lots of traffic, and lots of traffic comes from good, unique content that people crave. Now, finally, you're going to also have more credibility. People can tell if you've been hiking before or not been hiking. And I'm an avid hiker. I've done some crazy hikes. And so for there, it's very easy for me to come off as credible. I know the language. I understand people's problems that they have when they go hiking. So again, more of these reasons of why you should be working on something you're interested and credible in. And all this stuff will help you attract more visitors. They're going to trust you, and more of them will go through the purchase, and you'll make more affiliate commissions going that way. Now, you're going to want to look in Module 2 and Lesson 2 for some of the links that we recommend for affiliate directories and affiliate programs, and you're going to also want to see Module 12, Lesson 6 to find out how to become a super affiliate. So for affiliate marketing, you're going to have to do some research, and we're assuming you've already done that really valuable keyword research. But once you've found some affiliate programs that suit your niche product, you're going to need to check out the websites that you're going to be representing. Now, if you're going to be sending your hard-earned traffic, you need to look at these websites and say to yourselves, are they professional looking? Are they likely to convert? If I'm sending these customers to their websites and I have two websites to choose from, A being ugly and B being beautiful and slick looking, I'm probably going to go to the latter B. So don't just always pick a merchant, based purely on the commission factor. And this is something you probably have to test. You might want to maybe do a split test and see which merchant generates more revenue for you. But certainly not all merchants convert at the same rate. Some other things that you want to look at is good customer service. Some affiliate programs pay lifetime, or they'll pay for multiple or second purchases. And so if that's the case, you want to make sure that, again, you're sending to a company that has good customer service. And I would do this myself. I would often call the merchants that I was representing. If they claimed to have good customer service, I would put them to that task. I would look up their 800 number, call their customer service, and find out, what's going on. Do they answer my calls right away? Do they answer my questions? Again, I want to send my hard-earned traffic to a website that's going to take good care of the people that I'm recommending it to in the first place. So, we need to make sure that those things are in order. Another thing to consider is their shopping cart easy to use? I've seen crazy shopping carts where there's just too many steps, too much process, too confusion, too many forms to fill out. Again, if that merchant cannot convert the sale for you, it's going to be very difficult for you to get any commissions if the sales aren't being made. So all of this stuff really boils down to, what is the conversions or the conversion factors we need to think about. And of course, pricing. Am I offering or recommending a merchant that has competitive pricing? Now, when you're looking at these merchants, here's some questions that you want to ask yourself. What do they pay and how often? So we talked about commission rates. It could be based on a sale. It could be based on a percentage. And also some merchants don't pay out unless you generate, $10 or $100 or $1,000. So you want to make sure that you're comfortable with the setup or arrangement that you have with them. Now the question you want to ask yourself is, can you link directly to the product page, or do you have to link to their homepage? If I'm recommending hiking shoes, I want to send them to an affiliate link that goes to that hiking shoe website. Some merchants, although this doesn't happen a lot more these days, but it used to happen a lot in the past, was there was no affiliate link to actually go to the physical product. What they would do is just send the customer to the homepage. So I've written a review about hiking shoes. People come to my website, they read the reviews about hiking shoes, and I want to send them to a hiking shoe page, but I can't. I have to send them to the merchant's homepage. Now the customer, or my customer that I sent them, that web visitor, they now have to go find that hiking shoe page. Maybe they can't find that page. I've just lost a sale. The merchant's lost the sale. Nobody wins in that. Now again, this is a bit of an old thing left over from the older days, but do be aware of that. You want to make sure that the affiliate links you're going to create can go to the product that you're trying to sell directly. Every time you need to make a customer click, navigate through a website, there's a great chance, or you increase the chance of losing that customer in the process. Another factor to look at is how long do their cookies last. What will happen is when you create, or when you get your affiliate link, that link goes on your website. So I have somebody click that affiliate link, they go to the merchant's website. What will happen is that merchant will put a cookie on that visitor's computer. And this cookie is a harmless item. All it does is it just time and date stamps when this visitor came and who sent it. So in this example, I've got my hiking website for shoes. I have the affiliate link for shoes. I send them to a merchant that sells those hiking shoes. When they land on that merchant's website, a cookie is then embedded on the computer. That cookie says, Jeff Dyke sent this client at this date and at this time. So now what we want to have is the longer the age of the cookie, the longer the cookies will last, the better. If the cookie only lasts a day, I might lose some sales from that, because the client might go to the merchant's website and, I don't have my credit card, I left it in the car, or I left it at someone else's house. I'm going to come back and get it. Or maybe they need to think about it. Maybe it's an expensive product and they need to consult their significant other if they're going to spend that much money. So what we want to have is as long a cookie as possible. That way, if the customer decides to go look at a whole bunch of other websites, maybe they come around in 4 weeks and they finally decide to buy that product, I'm going to get credit for it because that cookie on their computer is going to be stored and it's going to let me know. Another point you want to look at when you're looking at affiliates, sometimes this is important, sometimes it's not, sort of depends on the product, is do they provide marketing materials? Some merchants do a fantastic job of providing you content, articles, great descriptions of what the product is, perhaps even white paper sometimes. Some merchants do a brilliant bang-up job in making the affiliate's life as easy as possible. So they provide them all of the necessary marketing information and materials that the affiliate's going to need anyway. So that's something to think about. And finally, does the merchant offer a dashboard where you can track results? Again, this is maybe a bit dated. Almost all good affiliate programs do offer some sort of dashboard. And the kind of things you're going to be looking at this dashboard is how many clicks did you pass through? How many leads did you generate from that? Or how many sales did you generate from that? This is very important to know so that you can start to understand the performance of your merchant that you're working with. Again, if I was selling the hiking shoes, I might, let my site run for 1,000 sites with one merchant, let it run with merchant B for another 1,000 sites, and then compare. How did the first 1,000 clicks work versus the second set of 1,000 clicks? And then I might replace merchant A with B if I thought B was performing better than A. Again, another one of the great things about being an affiliate marketer is that you can swap out that merchant very quickly and you can be very choosy. Traffic is worth money and people are willing to pay good money for that traffic. And so to wrap up the affiliate part, let's review a few things here. What you're going to do is you're going to refer quality products and services that are relevant to your niche market. Now, you will have found that niche market, as with all product models. I don't care what you're selling. Good keyword research is part of that. You're going to use that keyword research to help you expand and develop your website traffic. This traffic is going to help you expand and grow your email list. And again, this keyword research is going to tell you the content you need to create. It's going to tell you the content that people are searching for online. So you need to provide that valuable content to attract your niche market. Without that valuable content, there will be no traffic. And you need to build trust with people so that they follow your recommendations. And those are 3 very important points that we need to summarize on regarding affiliate marketing. The next model I want to look at is information, or sometimes we call these digital products. And they come in many shapes and forms. They could be something found like an ebook, such as a PDF file or a Word document. It might be an application or a piece of software. It could be a video instructional, maybe how to build a website type of video series, or how to learn martial arts or karate. It could be audio files such as, podcasts that deal on a certain subject. It could even be something such as graphics. It could be paid access to a web page, such as a membership site where people are willing to pay good money for a monthly subscription fee to access that information. It could come in the form of templates and patterns on, maybe how to build a garage or how to build a shed. Basically, information products, or sometimes I like to loosely exchange them as digital products, or anything that can be digitally delivered. Now, why I like informational products, let's talk about the pros here. First pro I have to say about informational products, and probably informational products' strongest point, is the high profit margin. Your overhead is minimal, so you stand to make substantial profit on each copy of the digital offering that you're selling. No other product model has so much profit built into it. Typically, once these digital products are created, they don't really need to be stored physically anywhere. It's just a matter of computer costs. Computer costs are quite cheap these days. Hosting is quite inexpensive these days. And so once the product is developed, it's very, very inexpensive to deliver it. And you're going to be paying a small percentage on each one of your orders. The next thing I like about it is low development cost. Development for ebooks or informational products or most digital products is typically quite inexpensive. If we get into software, obviously software is not going to be inexpensive, but something like an ebook that you'd find in a PDF format, very inexpensive to produce. Probably the biggest single cost is really just your time. Of course, you could hire a freelance writer, and of course you're going to have to pay for that content to be written. But once this content is written, whether you do it or whether you hire somebody to do it, there's going to be negligible cost to deliver that informational product once it is written. And again, of course, there will be costs. You will be paying PayPal, but it's very small, just a few points on the dollar. The next feature that I like about informational products is ease of use and ease of handling. Typically, informational products are easy to produce, but they're just as easy to change and update and to keep them up to date to a changing market. If you're selling information for a very, very dynamic market, maybe it's something like real estate or foreclosure or something that's very timely, or maybe internet marketing, for example, it's going to be very important that you keep your product up to date with the latest information, the latest tactics, the latest strategies. And so this becomes very, very easy to change when the product is digital. In the old days, we'd have to go hire somebody or a publisher to create the book, order 10,000 copies of the book, and then we have to redo that every year, being stuck with, leftover inventory and such. So I find this one of the really great things, again, about informational products is that ease of use. Now, freedom. This is maybe a bit harder one to understand, but it'll make sense in a second, is with informational products or digital products, because we can set them up with typically digital delivery, we can almost entirely automate the entire ordering process. Now, I'll give you maybe a breakdown of the typical processes. A client comes to your website, they read your sales copy, they click on your PayPal link. The PayPal link then takes their money through credit card payment system. Once that payment is fulfilled, they're then sent to a thank you page, and then they receive the instructions on how to download the product. And if all things go well, really, there should be no involvement with you. The only time you're really going to get involved is if you have to do with refunds or returns or warranty issues. But other than that, almost all the other stuff can be completely automated, and this allows you to spend more time, developing your marketing for your website, or increase the quality of your life doing the things that you love to do in life. Another good pro about this ebook concept is we can test the concept. When I say test the concept, what I mean is there's a few tactics that we can take, and one very common tactic is we write a basic ebook. We maybe don't really polish it up 100%. It doesn't have to be perfect when we're first testing out the market. We just need to get the marketing process down. We need people to click that PayPal button. So we don't want to spend too much time making the perfect digital product or the perfect informational product. We just want to get it out, make sure it solves people's problems, and then get it out. What we can do is drive pay-per-click traffic to this product. Now, pay-per-click traffic we have to pay for, but it allows us in a way to get a considerable amount of traffic in not a lot of time. And so, if we send a couple thousand clicks to our website and we can't make a sale, well, then maybe this isn't the market that we need to be in, or maybe something's not wrong. If it works right away, great. This validates your market idea, and it gives you the incentive and the motivation to move forward and start dealing with things like SEO that, it's a 6-month process or sometimes a 1-year process. So I really love the fact that we can test the concept. But again, consider this test the concept. Very easy to make an informational product. Your only cost is your own time usually. Well, that's the bulk of the cost. And then we can use something like pay-per-click, like Google AdWords. Send a couple thousand clicks, see how that product fares. If it does well, again, it encourages us, motivates us, and justifies us to further marketing this product. If we can't sell a single copy, we've sent 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 clicks, we know we've got a problem and we shouldn't be going past that. And we probably find out quite quickly, probably less than a couple thousand clicks, whether we're in a viable market or not. Now, what might stop something from not working? Maybe there's too much free information out there. I've seen sometimes some markets are ruined by the amount of free information that is available out there. Sometimes this free information, it's too scattered, it's all over the place, so people are still willing to pay for that product, even though they could find it all for free, but it's scattered in so many places, and sometimes they hear contradicting opinions, and they just want to listen to one person and follow that program. So again, those are some of the ideas of why we would want to test the concept. As with all product models, let's look at the cons. Now, one of the biggest cons, I think, for informational type of products is you could be competing against free information. And as I said before, sometimes free information will ruin a market. So you need to make sure that the same information that you're trying to sell isn't readily available for free. So do some careful checking to see what free information is already out there, and then figure out how to make your information worth paying for it. Maybe it's organized. Maybe you're a credible writer or a credible expert on the subject matter. That's going to go a long ways. So just because there is readily free information out there doesn't always mean it's going to ruin a market, but you need to be aware of that factor. We always need to be making the most informed decisions possible, and that is part of the process. Security is sometimes an issue for informational products. If you're going to choose to create your information product as a basic document like Microsoft Word, you run the risk of having the product stolen. There's really no way of stopping somebody. If suppose you delivered the product via Microsoft Word, someone could simply email that document to somebody else, and there is no way that you could stop that. You could use something like a PDF, which is password protected, which adds a layer of security. It's not foolproof. Someone could still email the password, but I've seen many times where people were not able to get a book because they somehow couldn't. They got the PDF file, but the password wasn't passed along with it. Or you could do something like eBook Pro, which is a product that we create, which digitally secures the product by assigning that product a unique username and ID so that only one person can actually use that book. Now, one problem I always hear people talk about is refunds. What if I get people asking for refunds? Is that something to worry about? And I talked about getting that ebook out, and a lot of people resistance that is, well, I might get refunds if I don't make that book perfect. But in my opinion, refunds can be corrected by modifying your product. Refunds show that your sales process is working, and this justifies you putting more time into your ebook by getting those refunds. So don't fret over the minute details in creating your ebook, as there is little sense in putting in hundreds of hours into a book only to find out that it doesn't sell very well. So when starting, just get the basic solution up and then reserve some time for yourself to hone the sales process. What we don't want to see is people putting all of their time into that digital product, draining themselves out, and not leaving enough time to the marketing process. They still need to get traffic. They still need to write effective sales copy. They need to get good opt-in offers. And all that stuff consumes up a lot of time. So make sure that you're not spending any more time than you need to with the informational product when you're first starting out. Again, refunds are almost a good sign. It shows that people are interested in your marketing methods, that they're interested in the whole procedure that you've laid out for them, that you can justify them, that it's worth for them picking up their wallet and giving you the money. And again, because they're informational products, they're so easy to change, we can always modify them, beef them up, and add more stuff to it later to make sure that we reduce those refunds and so that refunds won't be an issue in the future. Now, of course, all models have cons, and I talked about this a little bit before, in that you could be competing against free information. So what you need to do is make sure that the same information that you're trying to sell isn't readily available for free. So do some careful checking to see what free information is already out there, and then figure out how to make your information worth paying for. Now, sometimes the free information that's out there is just so darn good that you just cannot monetize a market. Or quite often there's lots of free information, but as I said before, it's scattered everywhere, and people are willing to pay that fee to have all the information in one single place that they can trust. Another point to consider about informational products is security. If you choose to create your information product, say such as a basic Word document, then you run the risk of having that product stolen. People could simply just, once they've bought that ebook from you, if it was in a Word format or a Word document format, they could just email that to other people, and then you'd be losing out on some potential sales there. Now, if you want to take it up to the next level, what we could do is create a password protective PDF file, or we could use something like eBook Pro to create a secure product. So again, think about security. Some markets, we don't have to worry about it. If we were selling to the gaming market, maybe we're with kids involved, they're much more prone to pass that kind of information around from peer to peer. Whereas if our market was, how to grieve the loss of a parent or a pet or something like that, I think there's going to be a lot less people pirating and passing that information around. So again, just some points to think about. And the final con that I hear people talking about, or quite often worrying about, is refunds for informational products. What if I get people asking for refunds? Is that something to worry about? And in my opinion, refunds are really not something that you need to worry about. Now, we talked a little bit before in the beginning was we need to get that ebook out there. We don't need to fret over every minute detail. But this reaction or this statement causes people to say, hey, aren't people going to refund that book? And if they do refund, I don't see that as a bad thing. In fact, I see that as a good thing because it means that your marketing process is working well. Marketing a product is probably the harder than creating the actual product. So a refund is a strong sign. It means your sales copy is working. It means you're driving traffic to the website. The product, if it's causing refunds, can always be improved, always modified, and always beefed up to provide more value and reduce those threats of refunds. So again, don't fret over those details in your ebook. Just get that book out there. Make sure it solves the basic problem. We don't want to be ripping people off, but we just want to make sure that it solves the problem. And again, we'll worry about the refunds as they come in. And again, these refunds just justify you spending more time. It tells you that your website's working. It tells you that your sales and marketing process is working. Now, if you need some help with informational products, there's some great freelancing options out there. Elance is a very common one. iFreelance is another common one, and Rent-A-Coder is another very common choice for people. Elance more for ebooks, that type of thing. iFreelance sort of fits in between with software and ebooks, and then we get into Rent-A-Coder, which does almost everything under the sun, but more it's really about programming. So those are the three models that you can look at. And if you want more information for that, go to Module 2, Lesson 2 in the course. So again, just to review, as with all of the product models, finding a good niche is the key to creating the information product. With your keyword research, you're going to learn what are people searching for. What are they finding? What are they not finding? What keywords are they using? Sometimes keyword research will almost write your ebook for you. It'll clearly lay it out. It'll tell you all of the problems that they're having. Go out there, try a keyword tool like the Google AdWords tool and type in something like dog training or type in dog stop, and you'll see all the things that people are having problems with. And again, like with all of these products, do the keyword research, find out what people want, and give them that exact solution. Now I'm going to show you how to use keyword research to find a niche that's underserved, then how to look at the niche and come up with some products that work for it. And these are the steps that people have real trouble understanding, so I hope this demo gives you some insight that you need. The tool that we're going to be using is the Google AdWords Keyword Tool, which is a free tool and can be found at the URL listed on the page. And I'm going to show you some tips and tricks on how to use this tool and how to extract useful, meaningful information from it. So the tool that we have now in front of us is the Google AdWords Keyword Tool, and I want to just cover some of the basics of this tool. One of the great things about this tool is that we can search by different languages, and you can see them listed here. By default, it's English. And we can also choose the countries and or regions that we want to search. Now in this case, I'm going to search the global. So I'm not going to relegate this to just say United States or what people in the United States are searching, but I'm going to relegate this to the point where what are all people searching globally. Now the example that I'm going to be using is makeup. Now I'm going to try and find a niche market in the realm of makeup. And so one thing I can do with this tool is where it says enter one keyword or phrase per line, I'm simply going to type in the phrase makeup. And then all I need to do is hit the get keyword ideas. Now the AdWords tool is busy getting the results for me. And now you can see it brings back some information to me here. The first thing we want to look at is the keywords. The advertiser competition, not the most useful metric that I want to look at. There's another metric that I want to look at, and I'll show you that in a second. Now the next thing that I see here is the local search volume. Now, typically the local search volume is the volume for the area that you are searching from. So if you're searching from the States, that is the volume from the States. And the global monthly search volume is the rest of the world after that. So we can see in this case that America searches more for beauty makeup than the rest of the world does. Now, one of the options that I want to exercise here is it says show all. And I'm going to tick that off there. And now Google's going to give me a little bit more information. And one of the pieces of information that I want to look at is the estimated average cost per click. And we can see here, I'm going to sort that by the cost per click. We can see that there's some pretty expensive phrases in here. Benefit makeup. I'm not sure what benefit makeup means, but most likely it's typically probably a product. And we can see that whoever's paying for this is willing to pay $11.26 a click. And that's a pretty expensive phrase. If you had a 1% conversion rate, that would cost you then $112 to generate at 1 in 100 visitors, or a 1% conversion rate. Again, $112 to generate that sale. So that's way, way too expensive. What we want to do is start looking for markets or areas that are far less expensive in that. And the problem with some of these phrases is we don't really know what they mean. Bad makeup, for example, or mineral makeup. We really don't know what type of makeup it is that they want. So one little trick I like to do when I'm doing keyword research is I like to add a how to what I'm searching. Now the reason that I'm using how is because how implies a question. People with questions are people with problems, and people with problems are the audiences that are easiest to sell to. So I'm just going to simply type in makeup space how, and then I'm going to click get keyword ideas. So again, I start looking through these results, and we can see here, there's a few expensive phrases, but then right off the bat, we start dropping into 8 cents a click. And so this is pretty interesting stuff. What I'm looking for inside this data is perhaps, there's an area of this market where there's some demand but not a lot of competition. And I'm using these PPC figures here. 8 cents is the lowest cost. Right now this is set to Canadian dollars. For US dollars it would be about 5 cents, I believe, right now. And so I see some interesting cheap phrases here. We've got how to do Arabic makeup, how to do Bollywood makeup. I see all kinds of stuff in here. Now one of the phrases that I saw in this data, and you can see there's quite a bit of data in here, is how to do smoky eye makeup. So now just from that simple extraction of doing the how makeup, I learned what it is that people want to learn about doing with makeup. Now this example works probably better with informational type of products where people want to learn how to do something as opposed to a physical process. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in makeup smoky eye. And again, I'm going to click get the keyword ideas. And now what I'm going to do is sort by the local or the global search volume. And so what we can see here is we have quite a few phrases that are talking about smoky eye makeup. Now this first phrase is quite expensive, and I'm not really sure yet whether they're asking about the process of how to do smoky eye makeup or whether they actually want to buy smoky eye makeup. And that's one of the things you want to look at is what is the intention of a phrase. But you see this phrase here, smoky eye makeup tutorial. Now I like this phrase because this phrase has a pretty clear intention, is that They want a tutorial, and to me a tutorial is basically they want information on how to do a process. And we can see this is only 8 cents a click. So if we had, say, a 1% conversion rate, now I don't really know what the conversion rate for smoky eye makeup would be, but a 1% conversion rate, it's not particularly high, it's not particularly low, it's probably a good average for, it's a good median conversion rate. So if we were to be able to convert at 1%, that means it would cost us $8 to make that sale. And if our smoky eye tutorial was worth $50, well, we can do the math on that. That now allows us $42 in profit, provided we can convert at that 1% rate. If we maybe only converted at 0.5%, then it would cost us $16, and so forth. So we can now start to do that math. Now, obviously, keyword research is a pretty complex process, and the purpose of this video is not necessarily to show you how to do the entire keyword research process. That would be, the scope of another video later where we had more time just to focus on just the keyword research process. But I want to give you an idea of what a niche market looks like, what these demand figures look like, and what this tool is about, and basically what do these phrases mean? Because we were talking about how do we use keyword research to find out what kind of products we want. Now, a smoky eye makeup tutorial, we don't really know what format they want it in. I suppose it could come in an ebook, or it could come in a video. But again, let's look through this data and see what else is out there. Now, I see other things like how to do smoky eye makeup, how to apply smoky eye makeup, smoky eye tips, and we can see there's lots of great stuff in here. And I even see phrases regarding video, for example. So even smoky eye makeup for brown eyes, smoky eye makeup for green eyes. So now we can use this information because this information is telling us this is what people are searching for, and we can use this information to shape our product. So when we're creating our product, maybe we'd have a special section for green eyes, a special section for brown eyes. We even see a reference here to Asian smoky eye makeup. So there's people out there, I guess, that are Asian that want to learn the smoky eye makeup process. So again, we can use all this information to help us understand what it is that people want, and so that we can create a product that caters to what these people are searching. If we come back up here, we can see a lot of these phrases, only have 590 searches a month, or this one's only 720, but we can make many different pages or many different sales pages that could all be selling the same product. Maybe our product covers the green eyes, the brown eyes, the Asian eyes, the dramatic eyes. I even saw phrases in here that talked about video, how to apply it, tips, tutorials. All this information is indicating that people want to learn this process of smoky eye makeup. So what we could do is use this information to shape our product. We could also use this information to shape our website. What are the keywords that we're going to be targeting? And so we can use all of these figures here. Now again, how to smoky eye makeup has quite a bit of volume, 4,400. So we could make a website or a page about how to do smoky eye makeup. And on that website, we could also supplement it with information about tutorials, or maybe we have video information. And so we're not just targeting just this one phrase that gets 8,100 searches a month globally. We're going to start looking at all of these phrases. And you're going to want to go look at the first chapter in the Insider Secrets, because there's going to be a lot of great information there about keyword research to supplement that. But I want to just show you here, this is what I would call a fairly solid niche market. We don't have a lot of expensive phrases. We do have some at $1.52. So we're going to have to maybe step around some of these phrases because these are just going to be too expensive to convert into sales. At a 1% conversion rate, we're going to need 100 clicks. That's $152 to make a sale at a 1% conversion rate. So I would be staying away from phrases like this. And again, this phrase is a little bit vague. I would rather get into phrases like apply smoky eye makeup. So now we're looking back at this data, and remember we talked about an affiliate program. Here's another idea that we could run by. Maybe we have an ebook that we're selling on how to apply smoky eye makeup, and maybe this ebook includes video, or maybe the whole product is video based on the keywords that we saw that people were looking for video content. But nice thing about an ebook is that we can include those affiliate links. So one phrase I see here is smoky eye brush. Now we know that people are looking for smoky eye brushes, and I also see the phrase smoky eye pencil right here. So we could very easily include in our ebook affiliate links to merchants that are selling smoky eye makeup, smoky eye brushes, smoky eye pencils. So in our ebook, we're talking about the makeup I like to use is this particular type of makeup because it goes on very well, or I like to use this type of brush because it's used by the professionals out there. So now we're actually targeting a few of these models. We're targeting the informational or the digital product via the ebook. We're then including affiliate links for the various products that our consumers might find useful that we see here in this list. And perhaps even there are people looking for smoky eye makeup artists. Maybe there's people or ladies that are going out on the town and they want to find a regional service. So in this case, we could be targeting a service as a makeup artist. We could be targeting the digital informational book. We could be also supplementing that with an affiliate program, or perhaps maybe there's even some drop shipping products that we want to get involved in. So again, I just wanted to show you quickly, this isn't a complete keyword research demonstration, but I wanted to show you how to use this tool, how to learn the fundamentals of it, and how to take the information that it gives you and consider all the points and think about all the ways that you can possibly monetize this information.